So, the new Fortnite season dropped a week ago, and not only did I stream it, but I have also been playing it pretty consistently over the past week, enough to the point where I think that I am capable enough to give a review for the season. One thing before we start, my usual mode is 0 build solo, so if something is broken in build but not in 0 build, I won't mention it being broken since it's not broken in the mode I play, and of course the opposite is true. If something is OP in 0 build, which something is by the way, but not in normal Fortnite, I will mention it since it's fundamentally broken, at least in 0 build. So let's start with the first thing I'm gonna cover in this video, the map design. The map design is weird. No, it's not, I'm messing with you. It's fucking amazing. The only bad thing about it is that the sandstorm during the end of season 2 was massive. Way too goddamn big. Like from a quick glance, the thing looks like it can cover the whole map, every centimeter of it, but it only covered the small part of the map. But I actually think that this was to the map's benefit, as now we have another biome in the game, the red sand biome. But if it did cover the entire map, then we just have the red sand biome. But now, since it only covered a small part of the map, we have the red sand biome, the regular sand biome, the hell biome, the regular biome, jungle and snow biome. But back to the red sand biome. It has 4 POIs, sandy steppes, brutal bench head, red line rig and nitro dome. Brutal bench head are the lights that we saw on the bottom of the sandstorm, and honestly it's a fun part of the map. The part surrounding it is a nice small spot to loot before you go into the main part of the ship. I've only landed there when the medallion was there, since I love the medallion and the mythic feast, more in the balancing section, but still it's genuinely a good landing spot. The fact that there's a medallion there is a big plus. Nitro dome is not my type of drop spot. I don't really like it. During my stream I landed there once and died in immediately, and visited it once and lost half my health due to fall damage. And when I went to the POI off stream, the loot was stuck in the shredders or whatever the they're called. And the worst part is you can't break them. So if the loot gets stuck there, say bye bye to it, which I have to say is really annoying. Sandy steppes. Sandy steppes. Steppes is really weird to call it. Anyway, sandy steppes was the first place I landed at during my stream. And it's just a whatever POI. It genuinely has nothing that's really amazing, nor anything that's really bad. It's just kinda meh. The building designs are nice I guess, but they're generally extremely forgettable. And the final POI is the red line rig, which is not a good POI to end on. This thing is insanely forgettable. Seriously, it's basically a bad version of brutal bench head. It's confusing as hell and has barely any decent loot. I mean, it can have a medallion, but it has the worst medallion out of the new one, so it's not really that big of a positive. However, one of my main complaints is that this season was set up to be an apocalyptic season, and well, saying it severely failed is an understatement. This feels more like a desert season, which isn't a bad concept. A desert season can definitely work, but this season was built up as an apocalypse season. The thunder in the sandstorm, Fallout being the main collab, Magneto being nicknamed Wastelander Magneto, and generally the build up was for something apocalyptic, not desert. And plus this is the second desert-esque season, and the first season wasn't good. Let's hope this one's better. That's it for the map design. It overall is very good. It has a few problems of course, but overall it is very good. Can the same be said about the new items? Well, let's take a look at the new things. The Enforcer AR, new Coca-Cola, the fish, the new combat shotgun, the crossbow, the new medallion, nitro, and the new car mechanics. Let's cover them with less depth than the POIs, but they still deserve to be covered. The Enforcer AR is a very viable weapon. It has good damage at all ranges, has a decent fire rate, and a very good recoil. The only thing is bullet spread, especially when hip firing. Oh boy, the bullet spread is insane. But other than that, this weapon is great. Definitely a good replacement to the Nemesis AR. New Coca-Cola is a bad version of the Slurp juice. Doesn't really mean it's a bad healable, it's just not great. It heals 30 HP instantly and 2 shield per second, and maxes out at 75 HP. It's neither bad nor great, just kinda situational. The fish are my favorite thing in the season. A jump scare when you first encounter them, but after that you can deal with them if you are good at the game. However, when you play with them, you feel like you are in a superhero game. You feel like you have superpowers. It's insanely fun. Did cop my first win of the season. Still, even if it didn't, I'd still love them. They're insanely fun to use. Definitely the best thing in the season. The new combat shotgun is basically the old combat shotgun before chapter 2 season 4. During season 4 the thing was nicknamed the tickle gun for doing so little damage. In this game it does a little more damage, not that much to the point where it's OP, but more than enough for it to be good. The new design is cool. The old design is a lot slimmer, but the new design is a lot thicker and has something on the side. Overall a very good design. The crossbow is annoying as hell. It's like the Excalibur, sure it does less damage, but considering that it can be modded to have 5 ammo at a time, yeah, it is very annoying. The explosions themselves do half your health when you're at max HP, and even then they still get more annoying because they deal 500 HP to your car, 4 shots and they're gone. They're generally very annoying, one of the worst parts of the season. One of. So, the new medallions. There are 3 new medallions in the season. All the medallions in the first season were great, but not unique. They all just healed you. The medallions in season 2 were unique, but they were also ass. In this game it's the best of both worlds. Three medallions, unique and useful. Well, 2 of them are unique. The other one is just healing your shield. However, the other 2 are really fun. One gives you infinite ammo, and the other gives you infinite nitro. Yes, you heard me right, infinite ammo. You still have to reload, but in terms of ammo, you have an endless supply. The other one is endless nitro. Should probably explain what nitro is first. Nitro is the new status effect for the season. When on nitro, you have more stamina, run faster, reload faster, and can run through walls. You heard me right. Run through walls. Safe to say they are kinda OP in builds, and when you have infinite of it with the medallion, safe to say things can get a little hectic. The final thing new this season is the car rework. Now I've wanted a car rework for a while now. New mods, more speed, stuff of that nature, and it's safe to say I got my wish. You can infinitely boost in this game. It's on a cooldown share, but still infinite boost is amazing. And the new car mods are really fun. You get 3 places where cars can be modified. Tires, the front and the top. Each can be modded with 2 different items. The tires can be either off-road or bulletproof. The off-road tires are the same as the chonker tires, no change there. The bulletproof tires are, as their name implies, bulletproof, so they can't be shot out, meaning you always have good control over the cars. The front has the ram thingy and the spikes. The ram thing hasn't changed. However, the spikes deal increased damage to players. So what you choose depends on what you want to ram, players or builds. And the top has 2 unique turrets for you to use, the turret and the cannon, and these provide the worst part of the season. The turrets and grenades themselves aren't that bad. The grenades don't explode on impact and the turret doesn't do much damage. Sure, sometimes they can get pretty annoying, but overall it isn't that bad. What is how you deal with them. The biggest problem is that you have to switch seats in order to use the turret, which makes things fair. However, the hitbox is awful. I swear I have like 1 to 2 clips on my stream alone of me hitting the person and them getting no damage. Like the hitbox is crazy and not in a good way. That's pretty much the worst thing about the cars. Generally the cars after the new update are really fun to use, but it's this only problem that makes me dislike them. But other than that, everything else is great. So overall, how good is this season? It's very good. It's very fun with the feast and the cards, being some of the most fun I have did in this game for a while. And the medallions are extremely useful and fun to use. Sure, it's not all perfect, the crossbow is annoying and the car hitbox is awful, and as an apocalyptic season it's disappointing. Despite all of that, this is a very good start to the season, and I'm excited to see what else they got around during the season, especially with some things from the trailers missing in the game, so I'm excited to see what they're gonna add into this season that was and wasn't in the trailer. So, that's it for this video. For the next one, I don't know. I had an idea written down in the script, but honestly I don't know, because at the time I didn't have any ideas. Now I do have a few, but I don't know which of those ideas I'm going to make. So I'll just make a community post about it and we'll see which one I make next week. So, as always, the final thing before you leave: drink water, eat an apple, talk to your family, subscribe and follow my Instagram Anton02023, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.